Did you guys see this clip, by the way? 6 minutes of 100 spokespeople and proxies, and they all had the same thing to say about President Biden, which is he is sharp as a tack.
Sharp as a tack?
Which end of the tack? The round part?
This is a man who is sharp.
This is a very sharp president.
And the people that I've talked to say he's as sharp as a tack. He's fine.
They say he's sharp.
He was sharp.
He's sharp as a tack.
If I asked 100 people on the street, what do you think of Elon Musk? You'd have 100 different statements. There'd be a general theme, but you would not have even 50 people repeat the exact same words. And so you have this funny situation where 100 different people were basically saying the exact same talking point. So it's not even a point of view. It was just something that they were told to say by somebody else. And that, to your point, Sachs, is the real issue, which is that you don't really have an honest media here. And so there is no check and balance on power right now.
That was Chamath, billionaire Chamath, I believe. And that was facts. You know, I read a quote once, and I think I told you guys about this quote, and it said, if everyone in a room agrees, then someone is lying. And, you know, when you have all of mainstream media all saying the same thing, and you saw a piece of the clip there with Chamath where, you know, you had basically all of the media literally saying the exact same thing. And I have a clip here that I can play for you guys really quickly before we get to the meat and potatoes of this. But when you have all of mainstream media all saying the exact same thing, it's obvious they're lying. It's obvious. You know, part of me is happy that they're doing this, right? Because this is great for folks like me. You know, it only makes my numbers better, okay? So I can't complain too much, right? But it is a shame because these guys are on national television. These guys have huge production crews, a giant budget. They're paid millions upon millions of dollars, and they're literally puppets. I mean, literally, you could put a robot up there with an AI voice and could literally do the exact same thing that they do. There's no deviation of thought. There's no diversity of thought anywhere to be found there. Just give the thing a script and just let it read off of it the same way that they do. I mean, it's honestly shameful. But here's a clip of them doing the same thing.
Start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth. And F you if you can't handle the truth. This version of Biden is the best Biden ever.
She knows so long as she was 9.
In fact, I think he's better than he's ever been.
President Biden has a photographic memory. His understanding and mastery of a complicated geopolitical situation is remarkable.
He is sharp, intensely probing, and detail-oriented and focused.
Jackie, are you here?
Like, I'm gonna spare you guys the rest of that video. It goes on for like another 3 minutes or whatever. But there's a 6-minute video out there as well. There's all types of compilations of mainstream media, as well as, you know, Biden administration officials, as you saw there towards the end. I believe I always get their names mixed up. Is that Mayorkas? That said Mayorkas. This guy, Mayorkas. You know, saying that he's sharp, and, you know, one of the hardest things to do when meeting with Joe Biden is preparing for the meeting because he's so detail oriented. Like, what? Karine Jean-Pierre called Joe Biden her mentor and just all this crazy stuff. And then immediately after the debate, everything flipped. I mean, literally everything. I had that actually pulled up. Oh, crap. I don't think I saved it.
Have the election stolen
literally,
from you.
After the debate happened, everything flipped.
On the panel, it's kind of a DEFCON 1 moment. I think at the end of the day, the overwhelming reaction, again, it doesn't matter, quite frankly, what people like us say. It's what voters say. And if they were already concerned about is he up for it, and the way I think about it is, sadly, this really pains me to say this, they're 3 years apart. They seemed about 30 years apart tonight. And I think that's going to be the thing that voters really wrestle with coming out of this.
Parkinson says, I don't know, but he definitely has something. He can't remember anything. We beat Medicare.
Would be a game changer. They are now seeing a president who is in the White House, who they do not necessarily believe.
And be replaced.
You do.
If we want to defeat Donald Trump in November, I absolutely think that. And I think Biden's team saw it coming.
prepared and had a lot of different points that were sort of swimming around in his head. And as a result, it felt like
So now, as you saw there, I'm just clicking around on this video. This video in particular is literally 40 minutes long, 43 minutes to be specific. You can see it right down there at the bottom of the screen. It's literally 43 minutes long of them just flipping the script and now saying that, you know, he should drop out. There was a problem. He's obviously not there, you know, the whole nine. But for the past 3 years, they have been telling us he was fine, and have gone as far as telling, you know, Republicans who had been calling it out that we were ageist or whatever, that we were discriminating against him simply because of his age, you know, trying to shame Republicans. And I want to show you guys this interview that he did with George Stephanopoulos. I'm going to just show you some clips. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because it's over 20 minutes long. And I don't want to make this video crazy long. I want to get you out of here real soon. But I'm going to show you these clips because this interview was or is being used by the Biden administration to kind of save face, right? Because he's obviously come out and said, hey, I'm not dropping out. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still running. And this interview was supposed to be used to, you know, kind of reinvigorate his support. Check out these clips.
Do you really believe you're not behind right now?
I think it's all the pollsters I talk to tell me it's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. And when I'm behind, there's only one poll I'm really far behind. CBS poll and NBC, and
New York Times and NBC both have you about 6 points behind in the popular vote.
That's exactly right. New York Times had me behind before anything happened to do with this race. Had me behind 10 points. 10 points had me behind. Nothing's changed substantially in the New York Times poll.
That is one clip from the George Stephanopoulos discussion. So let's continue on. Here is another clip from that same discussion.
What's your plan to turn the campaign around?
Saw it today. How many people can you draw crowds like I drew today? You find me any more enthusiastic than today? Huh?
I mean, I don't think you want to play the crowd game. Donald Trump can draw big crowds. There's no question about that.
He can draw a big crowd, but what does he say? Who does he have? I'm the guy supposedly in trouble.
You are in trouble, Joe. But yeah, one time George Stephanopoulos told the truth, but I'll explain why they're telling the truth now. Okay, but he wouldn't lie. I will say that Trump does draw massive crowds, absolutely massive. But let's continue.
But they are worried about you and the country, and they don't think you can win. They want you to go with grace, and they will cheer you if you do. What do you say to them?
I say the vast majority are not where those folks are. I don't doubt there's some folks there. Have you ever seen a group at time when elected officials running for office aren't a little worried? Have you ever seen that? I've not. Same thing happened in 2020. Oh, Biden, I don't know, man. What's he going to do? He may bring me down. He may.
Mr. President, I've never seen a president at 36% approval get reelected.
Well, I don't believe that's my approval rate. That's not what our polls show.
And if you stay in and Trump is elected and everything you're warning about comes to pass, how will you feel in January?
I feel as long as I gave it my all and I did the goodest job as I know I can do. That's what this is about.
Hey, I ain't hating on him for that. You know, so one thing that I do want to say, well, first, wait, where'd that other clip go? Is this the, no. Oh, here we go. Well, this is how you're supposed to handle a discussion with George Stephanopoulos, and then we'll get into.
Going back to last June, is there anything you regret?
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to have done certain things over, but you can't. You can't. But that's true in life. I'd love to have done in life certain things over, I guess. And you would have too.
Give me one.
You would have loved not to have contributed to the Clinton Foundation, as an example. There are things that you wish you didn't do, okay? You came very close to the edge. You would have loved to have had that decision over again.
That's how you handle George Stephanopoulos. But, you know, the reason why, you know, mainstream media is actually coming out and telling the truth now is because it's in benefit of them. They lied when it benefited them. Well, I should say this. They only say what will benefit them and Democrats. They lied until they couldn't lie anymore, right? They've been lying to us the past 3 years. Joe Biden is fine. He's the sharpest attack. Mainstream media, the Biden administration, everybody, right? They've all been saying the same stuff, the same thing. And you heard from Chamath there at the beginning of the clip. If you asked 100 people, they're all going to have different answers. So why all of a sudden is mainstream media, as well as the Biden administration, they're all basically saying the exact same thing. They've been doing that the past 3 years, and now they're all doing it again. Why? Because it benefits them. It benefited them to lie about his condition, his shape before the debate. And now it benefits them to tell the truth about it now. Why? Because they see the writing on the wall. Trump is going to win if Joe Biden is on that ticket. They know that. We know that. Everybody knows that. So now it benefits them to try to bash Joe Biden now. And that's why you saw the debate so early. Those of you that have been blessed to be on this earth longer than I have, you know, there's never been a presidential debate this early. There's never been a presidential debate as early as we just had one. There's a reason why. And I haven't been involved in politics for very long, but for me, it's not rocket science. 2 + 2 is adding up to 4 here. They did that on purpose so they could expose them so they had enough time to replace them. The only problem is Joe Biden doesn't want to walk away, and neither does Jill. And they are standing in the way of them replacing Joe Biden. They would love to replace Joe Biden. And you just heard it there. Oh, we'll give you a hero salute, the whole nine, blah, 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 blah. But let me tell you something. I guarantee you, and mark my words, save this video clip. When Joe Biden loses in November, they are going to bash the crap out of him. Mainstream media is all going to turn against Joe Biden, and they're possibly going to go as far as saying he's the worst president ever. Whereas you just heard a clip, give him the hero salute on his way out. Pat him on the back. He's done a great job. We respect Joe Biden. We've all seen the clips. But as soon as Trump wins, they will immediately flip every single one of them. Watch it happen. Watch it happen. Like 2 + 2 is adding up to 4 here. It's so easy to see. It's not rocket science. They want to replace Joe Biden right now because they know he's going to lose. And to them, I say, eat it. To them, I say, this is the bed that you made. Now lie in it. You lied to us the past 3 years about his condition. Don't try to replace him now. Stand on what you said. You knew the truth. I'm not going to allow them to say that they didn't know, because they, like Mayorkas, said that the meetings with Joe Biden were intense and detail-oriented. Karine Jean-Pierre said she had meetings with him and he's her mentor. And you had all of these different individuals coming on to MSDNC and CNN and talking about their meetings and what they're hearing about. Like, no, you can't say you didn't know, because you all knew. You all knew. Okay? You lied. And now that's the bed you made, so lie in it. I'm cheering Joe Biden on, me personally. I'm so serious, and this is also one of in past videos I've talked about Republicans not really having any type of strategy, right? I've said that before, made no secret about it. You can hate me for it, but I find that to be the truth. Republicans have the much better policies, but Republicans as a party, bro, the strategy is like Democrats have crazy strategy, but the policies are absolutely garbage. But that's why they have support, because they strategize. And so as Republicans, I feel like we have to strategize 10 times harder than they do, because Democrats control the media. So they've got an ace up their sleeve already against us. So as a Republican, I feel like you have to strategize even more. Like you have to have a counter move for the counter move. You know, you got to think many moves ahead, and that's what I think Democrats do. And it frustrates me because I'm seeing a lot of Republicans, you know, cheer and clap, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna 25th amend Joe Biden." And I'm like, why? Why are we trying to get Joe Biden out of office right now? We should be cheering him on. Matter of fact, some of us should even be donating to his campaign. Like, we have him beat. Why are we trying to replace him? Can anybody explain that one to me? Maybe I'm the idiot in this whole thing because I'm still new to politics. Maybe I'm the dummy. Okay, I'll say that. Maybe it's me. But if you have somebody beat, why do you want them replaced? It's the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left on the clock. Why are we going to say, you know what? I don't know. Who's a trash quarterback? Mitchell Trubisky, right? I know Mitchell Trubisky caught a straight today. For those of you that watch or have watched football, you might know who Mitchell Trubisky is. Just think of a trash quarterback in the NFL, right? Just trash quarterback. Somebody who sucks, right? Oh, it's fourth quarter. I'm the opposing team. It's like me on the opposing team telling the team that I'm playing against, yeah, it's the fourth quarter. You guys are down. It's 2 minutes left on the clock. Go ahead and call up Tom Brady. Yeah, you know what? Just forget it. Just call up Tom Brady. Replace your quarterback so you guys got a better shot. You know, maybe Tom Brady can help you guys, lead a comeback against us. That makes no sense. No, play with the quarterback you've been playing with this entire game. We got you beat. You're not going to march down this entire field to win the game. Yeah, it's not happening, right? So, like, it's stuff like that I just don't completely understand sometimes. Where it's just like, why are we as Republicans cheering on the getting rid of Joe Biden? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. We should be cheering for him to stay in the race, to stay on the ticket. I'm cheering for Joe Biden. I'm cheering for him. I want him on the ticket. But then even, along with that, I want to defeat Joe Biden. Like, I'm a competitor. Anybody who, played sports or competed at a high level will probably understand this, right? I want to beat you. And I want to beat you bad, right? Especially if you beat me before. Like, I want the satisfaction of knowing that I came back and I won. You know, I want you to just ride off without me getting my get back. I need my lick back. You know what I'm saying? So no, I want Joe Biden on the ticket. Let's go again. Round 2. Do y'all agree? Let me know in the comment section, man. Let me know. Honestly, and plus I also think it's a bit ridiculous because Joe Biden is the guy that Democrats voted for. They all scream about democracy, 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 even though we live in a constitutional republic. Democrat voters voted for Joe Biden. So give them what they asked for. Don't try to replace them because that's not the democracy they always scream about, right? The voters voted and the voters chose Joe Biden. So it's Joe Biden or nothing. It's the way that I see it. So even if you want to talk about the democracy aspect of it all, Joe Biden should be the one on that ticket because that's who the voters voted for. Simple and plain. So, like I said, y'all let me know your thoughts, your opinions, if you agree, if you disagree, especially on the whole Republican strategy thing. Let me know in the comment section. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts and your opinions on that because, me watching politics every single day, obviously, that's one of the things that really frustrates me. But maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know. Y'all talk to me. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.